Let me tell you everything you need to know about dyslexia. Hi, my name is Sora Siddi and I'm the founder of Dyslexic community worldwide, and I myself am dyslexic. I've been using my platforms for many years now to talk about dyslexia, raise awareness about it, and to help people understand what it actually means to be dyslexic. Today I'm going to talk about 4 main topics: what dyslexia is, how it affects people, some of the challenges and strengths that come with it, and some of the resources and accommodations that can help. Dyslexia is a learning difference that mainly affects how the brain processes written and spoken language. It often shows up in reading, writing, spelling, and sometimes in understanding spoken information, especially if a lot of information has been given at once. One of the most important things to understand is that dyslexia has nothing to do with intelligence. Dyslexia is neurological, which means that people are born with it. It has nothing to do with lack of motivation, being lazy, and not trying hard enough. There are also different types of dyslexia, which is why it doesn't look the same for everyone. Some people struggle mainly with reading, some people struggle mainly with writing, some people struggle with both and other things as well. So it looks different for everyone. Many individuals with dyslexia can hear perfectly well, but they still struggle to understand what was said. And that doesn't mean that they weren't listening. It means that their brain needs more time to process words into meaning, and this is often misunderstood. When we talk about dyslexia, it's important that we talk about both the strengths and the challenges because they exist at the same time. Many individuals with dyslexia are big picture thinkers. They often think visually, make connections quickly, and approach problems in creative ways. These strengths don't always show up in traditional educational systems, but they are very real and very valuable. At the same time, dyslexia can be exhausting. Reading, writing, processing information takes more time and more mental energy, and because of this, over time, it can really affect someone's confidence. Many dyslexic people grow up feeling like they're behind. I remember being one of those people for the longest time, but it's important to remind yourself that you're intelligent and that you're capable of achieving anything you set your mind to. Being misunderstood is probably one of the hardest parts about being dyslexic because you get labeled things like lazy, careless, not trying hard enough, and this really is not the case. When it comes to support, it usually starts with noticing the signs. Dyslexia often shows itself early. Having difficulties with letters, sounds, reading, spelling, and needing more time than usually expected. That doesn't mean that something is wrong, but it's important that you pay attention to these signs. When dyslexia is suspected, assessment is key. This can be done starting from the age of 5. An early assessment matters because it helps put the right support in place sooner. Once dyslexia is identified, support makes a real difference. Dyslexia doesn't need to be fixed, but it needs to be supported. With the right tools, individuals with dyslexia can learn and work in ways that suits how their brain works. Support might include extra time, audiobooks, and assistive technology. And these tools don't create an advantage, they create access. Understanding how your brain works can be life-changing because it helps you stop blaming yourself and start working with your brain instead of against it. Before I end the video, I just want to answer a few questions that I get asked a lot. One of the questions I get asked most is if dyslexia will ever go away. So dyslexia is lifelong, but with the right resources and understanding and tools, it becomes manageable. Can someone with dyslexia become successful? The answer is absolutely. We have many successful people in this world that all have dyslexia. Picasso, Albert Einstein, Jennifer Aniston, Agatha Christie, and so much more. And the last question is, many adults have asked me if it's worth getting assessed at a later age. Personally, I would say it is if it will benefit you. So if knowing that you have dyslexia will give you the clarity and the understanding of why you might have struggled in things that other people might not have, then it's definitely worth doing because it will boost your confidence. If you're already confident and you don't feel like you need to know, that's absolutely fine, and that is also your personal choice. If you've made it to the end of this video, I'd like to thank you all for listening, and if you have any other questions, make sure to write them in the comments below and I'll be happy to answer them.